territory at the 46. A first carry for the Fordham Rams, Chase Edmonds. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 10 more there and another first down.
Another Cardinals first down. First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Murray now. On the screen, this is Edmonds. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down.
At the 15-yard line.
Shotgun now for Murray. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Well, if you have man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
I think I earned all my stripes. I don't believe all the hype. Get back on my feet and get right. Watch him work, watch him hate, watch him learn, can't relate. Watch his skirt out the mud. Dirt above the waters, in the mercy, at the gate, on sight, red free, red tight, set the bar, take flight. Yeah, I've been grinding since a young and they told me my timing was coming. I've been hustling with no fun and forget all the fingers, the money, I'm out in LA where it's sunny. I've been eating since a young and since we ain't have food in our tummy. The life we was living ain't funny, but you cannot take nothing from me.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. On play action, it's Murray. The Dolphins do the job defensively there, and now it brings up 4th.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Our 32-yard attempt.
Gonzalez's kick is good, and the Cardinals have the first points. It's 3-0. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
They'll run for the first time here with Matt Breida. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
They go counter with Breida. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Run there by Matt Breida, and he spent the early part of his career in San Francisco sharing the backfield and sharing the ball. What you really want with him, open space and make sure he's touching it, because he can take it from 0 to the end zone in a very short amount of time.
Number 30,
tackled by Isaiah Simmons.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. This is Breida. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 23 yards the pickup there. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Throwing is Luton. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Luton going to pass it out of the shotgun. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker, complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 25-yard line. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
1st down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
On 1st down, here's Breida. And he stopped immediately there. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter.
2nd and 10 at the Cardinals' 25-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now it's Breida. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the 2nd quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. From the gun is Luton. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
I will see more than trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
And this one is right down the middle. And the Dolphins are going to tie the score at 3. So a return of serve, so to speak, here on the 2nd drive of our game as they respond to that opening field goal with 3 of their own.
I like that. Going a little tennis on me.
I know you. You like to mix it up with sports.
They crack a forehand back out and they get a backhand. What was the return on?
It was a backhand.
And
a really good backhand.
With some nice top spin on the whole thing. I love it. Almost a mirror image when you really get down to it. I thought that was pretty good stuff.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting,
oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up 1st and goal at the 5. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few.
And this is caught by Parker for a Miami touchdown.
To Devontae Parker.
Devontae Parker, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. Had the option to hand that one off or run it himself, but instead, a really easy, quick pass.
I like the way they made a decisive decision and got it right to the receiver. One move later, he's in the end zone.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and the lead is now 10-3.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up first and 10. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target, and that'll bring up second down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
Murray looks to throw again, second and 10. He'll buy some time right. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Out of the gun, here's Murray. And this one complete to Gafford. A gain of 6 there on first.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. Steps away to his left. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Not much there, only a yard.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Going with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Sliding out of the pocket. Now he'll let it go. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Here's Calais. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Raymond Calais, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals are just an extra point away from tying this game. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And we are even at 10 apiece. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Dolphins take over first and 10. At their own.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Touchdowns on back-to-back drives, so a very good flow right now offensively.
Hard to slow them down, too, because they are locked in. Feel like the offense coordinator's a little bit ahead of the defensive guys right now. They're beating them to the punch with their play calls. They've got a nice rhythm they're locked into. How can the defensive guys come up with something that'll disrupt that flow? That's what they're seeking right now.
Well, it's been an exciting sequence to watch. They run with Breida. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
On the carry.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
It's a gain of 6.
Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady gain.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much since. Luton. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Here's Breida. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made by Devondre Campbell. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Second and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Now Luton. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Hassan Reddick in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Luton here off of play action. And he fires one that's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said, 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
After the turnover, here's Murray. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. He got 29 yards that time. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. From the gun, Murray. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
And incomplete. Brings up 3rd and...
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Play action. Now it's Murray. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Jakeem Grant on the return. The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation. They'll try to run with Breida, and he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Matt Breida with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Dolphins have broken our tie as they take the lead. So the big play to kick off the drive set them up first and goal, and they're able to cash in right away on play number 2.
I think I'm starting to understand more and more when we get ready to do games and we meet with coaches why they talk about big plays, explosive plays, and how it sets them up for success, because that's exactly how they were able to score on this one. We saw the touchdown. We saw the payoff. But, of course, that big, long chunk play is what got him in position.
And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
They fake the handoff. Now Murray. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Emmanuel Ogbah that time, able to drop him for a loss. Now Murray off play action. Rolling to his right. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. Christian Kirk, the man he was looking for, and it's third down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Now he'll go deep down the middle. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Oh, some strong running, and all the way down to the 22-yard line. It's a big play on third down for the Cardinals. 69 yards.
22-yard line.
On first and 10, here's Murray dancing to his left. That ball complete to Isabella, and he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 12 more yards for him there. It's a first down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. That really sets him back. A loss of 6. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on second and goal, back even further. Here's Murray, a quick throw complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Rico Gafford, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Cardinals are just an extra point away from tying this game. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that will level the playing field at 17-all. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Dolphins take over first and 10.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And these two teams have traded touchdowns so far with their first possessions here in the third quarter, so we're right back to where we started at intermission.
Yeah, how about that? Tied at the half. tied after the first 2 drives of the third quarter, 1 for each. That tells me that someone's defense has got to step up and make a big play and try and change the momentum of this game.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that's going to make it 3rd down and 10. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Here's Luton to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
Here's Matt Hawk now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Now it's Peterson. 13 yards on the return there after a punt of 57. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
2nd and 5.
They'll run. Calais. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
Off the play fake. Murray. They'll roll him out right. The Dolphins do the job defensively there, and now it brings up 4th.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. Forced out to his left. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a 1st down.
And there's the beauty of Kyler Murray because we all know he can get it done through the air. Terrific right arm, and nowadays we don't even talk about his height anymore. He's shown that he can see downfield and make throws, but he also possesses wide receiver speed. He can call his own number or scramble and turn it into a big play as well. Kyler Murray, a dual threat at the quarterback position.
Brings up
2nd and 11 now.
At the 35-yard line.
Murray going to fire one out wide. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
A gain of 10. Brings up 3rd and
they run with Calais. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. All even as we get ready to start the 4th.
Zane Gonzalez on for the field goal. A 41-yard attempt.
Gonzalez's kick is good. And the Cardinals have the first points. It's 3-0. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of... Oh, he was looking for Parker, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown.
Zane Gonzalez lining up for the
short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play, reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will make it into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. We'll see if they can band back together after the pick six. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A two-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just one. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down. On the handoff, this is Breida. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. Not the start to the drive they were looking for. That run doesn't do much at all.
No, not at all. And it leaves them with 3rd and long. And you know, this is the time of game where these drives really start to matter. They got to make some moves.
They run again with Breida. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
On the ground, it's Montgomery. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Now a give to Breida. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Plays like that, Charles, no doubt, they're just going to continue to fuel this crowd.
And this defense is already playing well, but it also feeds on the energy of that crowd that you're talking about, and that takes them up to another level. Right now, they're playing really loose. They've got the lead, and what a nice stop they just made there behind the line of scrimmage.
And that was some effort, but it would appear that he's going to come up about a yard short. Well, look at the clock. You're down 2 scores. Have to go for this, don't you?
And they thought that as soon as they took over possession. It didn't matter where they were on the field. They were always going to be in 4-down territory. Backed up, in good situation, it didn't matter. So they've been preparing for that on their play sheet the entire time.
The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
A 5-yard gain on the play. 1st down, Miami.
Now a give running left is Breida. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
2nd and 2.
And they give this time to the tailback. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes a defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
I think it might be time to move to a different section of the playbook there because back-to-back runs, both for loss. Now they have 3rd and long coming up.
3rd and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction. They're going play action with Luton. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Jalen Thompson picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Murray's going to look to throw this thing. Flushed out right. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals, and they were spurred.